Hey everybody, I'm Rotten John. Let's take a quick look at update 3.0 and what we know so far. So Funcom has been tweeting these little teasers on Twitter lately. And let's take a look at what these little teasers are. I believe the first tweet came out on Conan Exiles' Twitter page back in November 26 with this torn parchment containing a bunch of, looks like gibberish, but it could be some type of language that you can learn from one of the language library boxes that you find out in the open world. However, as you can see, it is just a torn parchment that doesn't make a whole lot of sense at this point. There is the word master that you can read on there, but that's about all I can really make out on this part. Now the tweet does go on to say, while gathering supplies, something caught in the tall grass fluttering in the wind catches your eye. It appears to be parchment with random scribblings, except wait, that's wrong. There appears to be an order to it. Maybe you can solve this mystery. Then on November 30th, this tweet came out. Now this appears to be a top of a barrel on flooring that you would normally see over in the Buccaneer Bay area. Now I spent about 20 minutes with my little pea brain trying to keep track of these ripped up pieces of paper and read what they say. And I'll tell you what they say here towards the end of the video. In the meantime though, the tweet says, while scavenging for unlocked coffers to the east, you come across a hastily abandoned encampment. You spot an odd scattering of what looks to be dried leaves. No, that cannot be right. You collect the pieces. A message, paid in blood. What does it mean? Now earlier in the day on December 4th, there was another tweet with this torn parchment of an ink wash that has some symbols drawn on it and arrows pointing around to different areas. Looking at this area, it kind of reminds me of the Southern Aqueduct looking towards the Muriel's Hope area with the Den area to the upper right. This is the first place that comes to my mind anyways. Let me know where you think this might be. It could also even be one of the other places out in the jungle area. Anyways, the tweet goes on to read, determined to uncover more of this mystery, you climb to the edge of a nearby overlook. At the top you find a water skin, a small ink wash kit, and rough parchments. One has some sort of rendering on it. Then, later that day, we get another tweet with a few pictures combined on it. This one kind of reminds me of the Mounds area, looking to the southeast of the Mounds of the Dead area. This ink wash drawing was also included in the tweet, which kind of reminds me of part of the Southern Aqueduct or one of the broken, rundown ruins out in the jungle area. This one is kind of a rough one to guess where it is. The last part of the picture that was on the final tweet of the day was this bloodied, stained up ink wash that doesn't make a lot of sense. It almost looks like a copy of the very first tweet that they had put out. But yeah, I'd like to hear everybody's guesses on where you think that actually is. So let me know down in the comments where you think it is. Now the tweet caption for this one says, your brow furrows as you sift through your Pathfinder's reports. Pathfinder reports, huh? Anyways, the gods be damned. Between jumbled scrawlings and hasty scribbles, nothing here makes sense. Exiles, can you identify the areas in these renderings? Show us proof of your own scouting. Alright, so back to this tweet here. This is where I kind of put it together in my head, and this is what I come up with. Day 13. A strange plum-colored mist surrounds the area. It comes from somewhere and limits sight, but I can make out some sort of shimmering dome surface within the area. The sound of wolfmen or snake men echo from that area. I cannot discern cause nor source of the phenomenon, nor does it bear any signs of the wolfmen or snake men. Vantage points do not provide clear vision, so I will path away inside. And then it says, Day 14. Avoid totems. Death rises. Must report. And then the note's too ripped up after that. So far, that's all they've given us as far as clues to what Update 3.0 will be. And as far as the timing, I would think that if each update comes out 1 month at a time, That meaning update 2.7, 2.8, 2.9, then 3.0. We're probably looking at around April-ish before we see update 3.0. Now that's just my guess. It could be any time, really. We'll have to wait and see. I'd really like to know what your thoughts are. And if you enjoyed this, please leave a thumbs up, and we'll catch you in the next one.